Have you ever really looked at all the information that comes up when you Google yourself? Like some of the stuff I'm just looking at it and I'm just asking, who asked for information about my grandmother? Like, who asked for that?
So I have not Googled myself in like a year, maybe not
Okay.
that long, but it's been a while. And if you want, we can do this live, air quotes live, and see what happens. I don't know. There's a wide range of things that could come up with my name, but none of them have anything to actually do with me. So, um,
Which is what happened when I Googled myself. I
yeah,
feel
like
like we
the last thing of slight importance.
Mm,
So when I Googled myself when I was like graduating high school, because they were like, "Hey, have you ever looked yourself up?" And we thought that was super cool.
right.
Um, the last thing that I showed up with that I wasn't expecting to show up with was my great grandmother's obituary.
Oh,
Which, fun fact, my middle name is spelled wrong. Because as you
okay.
know, my middle name we changed a letter, and
Yes.
if you don't know that, you spell it the normal way. So
Right.
that would always show up anytime I did it. But like I said, it's been a while. I can't imagine what's up there. Probably, I feel like two or three of my apartments might be up there. Like my address might show up somewhere, but I really can't think of. I'm not even sure like my high school stuff shows up because
Hmm.
how long is it that things like live on the internet?
See, I've often wondered about that. So, to give some background on where this came from, I just completed a couple of college assignments, and one of the prompts for our journal entry for this particular course was, how does your social media impact you, and what do people see when they Google you? And so I Googled myself, and it's funny because all of the things that I've seen are either stuff that I posted on LinkedIn or it's Google trying to associate me with other people. And that's even when I switched and started and did the search with my maiden name. And the search with my maiden name, I feel like had more stuff on it, but nothing it was older than like 2018, which also pushes the question for me, how long does stuff live on the internet? Because they had us thinking in school that it lived forever. So, like, stuff that I did back in, say, 2001 should still be public record and still floating around somewhere. But at this particular time, I have no backing to prove that.
Yeah, so that's why her obituary showing up was interesting to me because um she passed away when my brother was like 2, which means I would have been 8 or 9. Matter of fact, no. I can give you the exact math. Next year makes it 20 years.
Okay.
So for that to still show up would have been like the 10-year mark or so. But I think if I do it now, I don't think it comes up anymore.
Mm,
And the website it was coming up on was the newspaper. Newspapers don't they archive. They don't stay up that long.
right.
They archive for like 5 to 10 years and then somewhere in there it goes away. So if you don't have the physical article, framed or off to the side, you can't pull up that marathon that you won 15 years ago. Um, what a dated thing to do. A newspaper article. Wow. Okay.
So dated.
Also, you know what else? So I won 2 baby contests. So when I was 1 and then when I was 2, I
Mm,
guarantee you they don't come up, but they were in the newspaper because my grandmother has them. That's
right.
not going to come up either. That's an interesting place to be. But we can absolutely play this game and I can look it up and see what happens because I'm a little interested too. Not that I've ever found anything crazy. So If I find something crazy, that'd be like who am I supposed to talk to if I find something crazy? Like, hey, I Googled myself. Like who's weirder in that moment, me or them?
Right.
Like how many phone calls do apartments get that people are like, hey, I lived here 8 years ago. Can you take that down?
Can you take it down? Can you
Ooh,
like
can I give you a super weird conversation I had once?
sure.
So, sort of close to this topic, sort of not.
All right.
When I was going for insert federal job here 2 years ago, they do a super extensive background check. And so, one
Mhm.
of their questions is you have to provide them information with someone that can verify whatever item you just put in. So the item I put in was, I used to live here. And they're like, who can prove that you used to live there? And I'm like, well, heck, the landlord. So
Right.
I call them and like I have the number, I have the address, I have all that stuff, but I don't have a name. And so I called there and the lady that would have known me doesn't work
Mhm.
there anymore. And I'm like, well, this is awkward.
Oh, well,
And
that's
I'm like,
awkward.
"Well, you've got the records. It wasn't that long ago. What's your name?" And she's like, "I don't feel comfortable. What is this for?" And I'm like, "Lady,
I'm
if
trying to get
something happens, they're coming after me, not
not
you." And I led the phone call with, "Hey, I'm going after a job for insert here, and it's an extensive background check, and I need the name of someone that currently works there. So when they call to verify that I used to live there,
they can
it's
do
just a
such.
little easier, right?" And I was like, "Just give me your initials then. Like, I don't care." And she like and so before we actually got off the phone and I was doing the okay, thank click. Like, first, what is your past? What are you afraid of that you had to get off the phone like that? Like, you good?
Right.
You good?
What kind of
Because
background do you have that you're like running in this way?
like she heard fed and took off, and I'm just
Off.
like,
What are you out here
again,
doing that the
if
word
they're
federal?
coming, they're coming for me.
It's
So,
just so
side note,
weird.
anyone that's ever going after a federal job, you're more than likely going to have to do the same one that I did. It is no joke. Every place you've ever laid your head.
Yeah.
Um, and so if you're like me and you've moved a lot, it takes you a while to fill that thing out. Um, and I mean, like, you're not allowed to have gaps. You're not allowed to say, I don't remember. Like, nope. And it's even deeper because it's not just where you lived, it's the job too. So if you work somewhere for 2 weeks, you gotta squeeze that in there.
Oh, wow.
There's no gaps. If you were unemployed, you have to put the unemployment gap. You have to explain, "What were you doing for 6 months?" "Well, I was sitting on my couch." You have to put that in. Like, it's rough. So, not to get off topic, but I just thought that was kind of funny that she'd be so interested is the word I'm gonna use
Right.
in what's going on with me when it's a background check of me, not you. Jeez. So I was like, yeah, that's cool. Um, okay. So oh, quick note to that. So like when she answered the phone, she said her first name and she didn't say her last name. And so that's what freaked her out because I was like, hey, can I actually get your last name? And she's like, that's when she was like, I'm not comfortable with it. And I was like, I'll take the initial then. So anyway, whatever.
I just need something to give
It
these
doesn't
people.
help. It doesn't help, but I I mean, giving people a fake name. Wow, good job. Did you hear that? That's
Yeah.
fun. I don't know what name that is.
Oh,
Spoiler
okay.
alert. Or well, it's not a spoiler alert. It's a look behind the curtain. That's an ESPN alert for a preseason game because what you're about to find out is how much of a junkie I am. And yeah,
Yeah.
preseason absolutely matter for my fantasy football because them rookies, you know.
Right, right.
Mhm. So I'm gonna
Totally.
Google my name.
I spoiler alert, I jumped ahead and I can't wait till you see this.
Mhm. So I'm gonna Google my name with or without. So it's just gonna be first and last. Then we're gonna go
Yep.
first, middle, initial, last. Then we're
Yep.
gonna go full, like including full middle name.
Okay,
I
I
might
have
even
not
throw
done
out there.
that.
I might even throw out the weird spelling too, just to see if I can catch something somewhere.
Something somewhere.
So I'll do mine first because I know one item that's gonna pop up, and I'd like to go ahead and talk about that and get that out of the way. And into
So in that particular item that you're fearing that I am going to see didn't come up for me when I did it. But you did push me through a throwback of a site I used to love that I totally forgot existed,
okay,
and I'm
stop
wondering if
talking.
you see it.
Stop
Huh?
talking because it's already up here. Thank you. So my
Okay.
old LinkedIn is up there. Which
Yes.
who knows which email that thing is sent to? I can try and get out of it. My current LinkedIn is there. Um, a website that I signed up for that I don't mind going ahead and deleting is third. A searching website shows up one of my old cities.
Mhm.
This super cringy. I'm gonna click on this. Hang on, because ugh, I wanna like fully get in this. Okay. What what are we doing? I honestly don't even know what I'm looking at. I remember making this. I can't tell you what class it's for. It's a presentation on Prezi that I never that I never finished.
Forgot this site existed. It's so
I
cringe. I was like,
forgot
"What?"
what it's for, but
I've forgotten that Prezi existed until I saw that, and I was like, "What is
so
this?"
what
And then
I
I was like,
think this is. No, I'm not even gonna go there. I really don't even know what my thought process is because it looks like I straight gave up. So the next link is my mom, and it says that she's related to my dad, which his middle initial's wrong.
right.
And that she is related to me. And then this next one is my dad's profile showing that it's basically the same thing, but kind of in reverse that I'm related to him. Another one, and it could be my brother because they have the same first name. And the last one is my grandparents, which it's like the whole freaking family. So grandpa, grandma, mom, me, grandpa, grandma, mom, me. Interesting. Now, in images, this is really interesting. My cousin who played for Duke, his pictures come up.
Yeah.
So that's wonderful. Not going to say his name. Um, I shouldn't have gone to the second page because my goodness, what is going on here? Oh, look at my third link. Who dat? Wow. Looky there.
Yeah, it finally showed
It's
something that
us.
made sense.
Okay, so look at my GoFundMe link. I didn't take that down yet. This is awkward.
Oh, wow,
um,
it's still
well, here's what's sad. It's still there with no money. Like, I would have loved to come back and that thing is sitting at 10K. Like, oh God, but no,
God,
it's how many months? Um,
right.
hmm, a Facebook post that my mom and I um both seemed to like. It was baked ziti. I don't even
Baked
like baked
ziti,
ziti
yeah.
if we're being honest. So I must have just like sent it to her or something. Ooh, this is awkward. My 2021 voter registration voter cancellation list. This came out in July, and for some reason, I'm on it at my old address,
Right.
which would make sense because I haven't lived at that address in like
Yeesh.
it's been literally 10 years because that's the address I lived at when I graduated. Um, yeah. So but I am a little concerned that my dad's full like actual phone number is up here. I don't like that.
Mm-mm.
It makes me wonder what happens when I look up his name.
Right.
Ooh, I just found the article from my graduation.
Seriously?
Mhm.
Wow.
Because I can tell by the people that are in front of me and the people that are behind me that that's what that is. Because otherwise we don't interact.
Right.
And I remember because this particular girl, we had never talked until graduation and just cut up the entire time till they called our name. And I
Oh,
was
wow.
like, "Why were we not friends until this very moment? You're a crappy individual." Not true. It was probably me. I'm antisocial. And there's the guy that I took my prom pictures with. So yeah, this is exactly what this is.
Oh, wow.
That's exactly what this is.
Oh, I just found it. That's cool.
It's actually it runs kind of weird because like this page doesn't have a title. So
Right.
it's like a continuation from somewhere, but that's what that is because there's no other reason we'd all be linked up with one. Cool. So, how many pages into this do you want to go? Because I'm,
Mine's very short, so the fact that you went this far, it's great.
well, I mean, that's page three, which I am quite surprised that I didn't see the thing that I thought was going to be here, but it might be here. I'm now inserting my middle initial to see what happens. Yeah, but oh, that's strange. Go do it with my middle initial and look at what's second. Whoa.
Whoa. Holy
That's
cow.
pretty
All right.
funny. That's actually
That's actually kind of funny. Dog.
now, here's where we start getting real creepy. Go under images. Everything in there. Whoa.
Oh, that is really creepy.
That is absolutely the P.O. box from my childhood. Because I used to go get the mail. Like my mom would drive me to the post office and I'd be like, I'll go get it. And she'd give me the key and I'd run it. Like going to the P.O. box was the coolest thing I could have ever done. It was the literal highlight of my day.
Clearly.
Here's where this gets weird. You see the
Mm.
one that says the G city that I used to live in?
Mhm.
Whose name is that directly in front of me?
Hold on.
After you and in front of me. 3 links down.
One,
3
two.
links under the photos.
Hmm.
Didn't I
That's
just say that
weird.
woman's been dead for 20 years?
Yeah, that's weird.
That is insane.
That is really weird.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
gonna click on this property report thing because I
See,
should
I don't
not
have that one.
be I should not be linked to the property report. So, like, okay, heck, cool if I am. Does that mean I get money?
Right. I
Oh,
mean,
that's not good.
I
Gonna have
get
to talk to some
paid.
family people about that. Whoa, this can't be right, but if it is, it's kind of funny.
What?
It's showing right now that my mother and I own my grandparents' house. I mean, listen,
Listen.
I'm not the one paying the taxes on it, but if I own it,
Yes.
let it be. I will gladly just sit down and let that happen.
Right.
But the reason why that's so concerning is all these other addresses, because you know where my grandparents live. I know all
Right.
these people. All these other names are right. So, pardon me?
Pardon. Pardon. Oh,
Pardon
wow.
me. Yeah, I just I'm sorry to get off track here, but I gotta look up something real quick.
It's
I'm looking up someone else's house down the street to see how this goes when you actually like click on it as if you're interested.
right.
It
Huh,
could
that's
also be that
weird.
it's just reporting who well, that would also be a lie. I was gonna say it could just be it's reporting who pays the taxes, but that's also incorrect.
Right.
I wouldn't even know where to pay the like, I wouldn't even know.
Where would you even pay them? I don't know.
I literally wouldn't even. Okay, this is for another day. So that was page 1. I'm gonna go to page 2. Um, yeah, I don't see anything on page 2. So
Yeah, me either.
so now one last ditch effort, and I'm gonna go full first, full middle, full last. And I'm gonna do quotes around it so I can get any exact matches. Nothing at all other than my graduation. How about that?
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. Okay. What you got over there?
Okay, so here we go. We're gonna go married name first. For anyone that doesn't know, of the two of us, I was the one that changed their name. So I technically have like 5 different names.
Can I interject real quick? You were the only
Yeah.
one that was allowed to change your last
True,
you've met my dad, right? Okay, cool.
true,
Yeah.
true. This is
Talk
also very
about
true.
getting cut out the will. Like, no, I would have been cut off Earth. Like, you did what?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's baggage. We're not gonna talk about it. Anyway, when you do the search of just first and married last, the first thing that pops up is my LinkedIn. Duh. The thing that was hilarious to me is it then shows your dad, and then further down, you. And then I'm listed to a bunch of different properties. The good thing is my image search goes to my LinkedIn photo, and then page 2 is just 2 people I don't know and the court case for the accident that I was in, um, which that was in 2019?
Here's what's funny. I have all that too, but like out of order. But there's two links that says find out who lives at, and it's got the addresses. So
Yeah.
like you're there for my parents' current house, but
Mm,
you're also there for my grandparents' house. When have
yeah.
you ever?
Never. Never.
Like, that's funny.
Okay, so let's see if we get more results if we put in my middle initial. The first thing is your dad. He doesn't even recognize the first name, and I find that so hilarious because he and I have the same middle initial. Um, I think it now linked me to your aunt. It's still doing the addresses.
What? I'm
Yeah,
looking at the same thing. So it links you to her, and
yeah.
it's got my grandma, and you don't know
What
this lady, but she lives down the street. So you're just like linked to like that road,
that road.
that area, that community.
And
Wow.
then it shows the L city that you lived in, but
I
then
do
it
not
was my
I do
maiden name.
not
I don't
understand why
understand
they're
it.
creating that connection.
Okay, so then let's do a full middle name, and
Oh
I
my,
will
this
also
is
do the
creepy.
quotes.
Can I read you what I have? Because you may not have it. It
Okay.
says that I am believed to be a friend, associate, or coworker of you. Do you see that one? For me, it's the third one, and it's connected to the L city.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
And it
cringe.
even puts in the actual real spelling of my name. That's even weirder.
Oh, here's this is good. It's the exact address that I used to live at in that apartment,
Oh,
the
wow.
exact phone number I used to have, and the exact email I had back then.
Yeah.
All those things have obviously changed. Oh, they've got my new addresses. Whoa.
Whoa.
If you click on it and scroll down, it says previous addresses.
Oh,
Whoa.
yeah. Oh,
That
wow.
is, these are all occurring after.
Yeah.
Whoa. You know what? These are lies. These are backwards. It says that the apartment I lived in with you was
Mm.
reported back in May 2014. Pardon me.
How?
We were not.
We were nowhere near there.
So the dates are wrong, but like the stuff is real.
Right.
That's my dad's that's my dad's cell phone number. Huh.
That's so weird.
This is
All of
very
this is weird.
Oh my gosh, scroll down to family.
Yeah.
Oh. No, they have my aunt's ex-husband. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
I like
Okay.
how they list me again, but they list me twice, and I have 2 different ages.
It also has everybody's ages.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah. This is creepy. Okay.
What's worse is naturally my great grandmother's up here. She'd be
Yeah.
96. My
Yeah.
mind had not even processed like adding to her age.
Mm.
Huh. Can I ask you a question? Is
Hmm.
this may not they have my cousin's dad on here, which is my
Yeah.
aunt's first husband.
Mm.
Wow, this is a different level of awe. I'm
Mm-mm.
connected to your people.
Are you?
Uh-huh. Because this page that we're looking at is actually my page, but like your name is on it. So your great grandmother is on here twice.
Nope, that's not her.
Is it
I
not?
know who you No, mm-mm,
Okay.
wrong last name.
Well, that makes me feel better, not worse. 'Cause that was
Yeah.
gonna make
No.
me go off the grid and just be like, "You can have it."
Yep.
So, for anyone that's worried about the government tracking you, duh, like,
Duh.
whatever you thought they were or were not do it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Um, I feel like this information could, if it gets in the wrong hands, could be kinda weird, but, like so in my case, all that stuff's old.
Yeah.
So, if you go to my old apartment, you're not no one in that state even knows what state I am in.
Right.
Because when I crossed the border to leave, I left them there. And this one has sworn that she's not back to see any of that. She doesn't want to share.
Nope.
I was like, "Don't you want to see?" Nope. Okay, cool.
Nope.
So we don't have to worry about that. So does that conclude this podcast? I don't really have much more to say other than wow.
Other than wow. Not unless you want to do my maiden name, I'm not interested in doing my maiden name. I know what comes up when you do my maiden name, so I'm just gonna not.
If you're fine not looking it up, I'm fine not looking it up. I think when we first started dating, I may have looked you up just because
Right.
it was
I
kind of
know that you did
validating.
because you knew of a certain thing that still shows up.
Well, that was me filling the gap on time too.
True that.
Oh, so I went ahead and Googled it because I don't care. And your grandmother comes up.
Yeah, she does.
I mean, everyone comes up because y'all.
Everyone comes up. They're linking something to me saying that it's me and it's actually my mom. That one was definitely a no,
Your
I'm not.
Pinterest comes up.
That is not my Pinterest,
Oh
believe it or not.
gosh.
Yeah, I've got a random Pinterest that comes up that I honestly don't know who it actually belongs to. I've got a It's a random Twitter too that also comes up that I don't know who it belongs to. Um, but they both have my name on it, which I find really strange. I can't do anything about it,
Your
so we
uncle, your
just
dad, your mom.
my uncle comes up. Yeah, that one was weird for me because he doesn't really come up on anything. I blame military for that. Um,
You can't do that because my dad's everywhere.
well, mm, mm, his job used to not be to be found, so that's why I say it's kinda weird
Wow.
that he comes up.
Hey, Unc, where you coming back from? Earth. Cool.
Cool, like, literally, like, his job used to be undetectable, so, uh,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay, I want to do this. I want to look up your child.
Yeah, let's see if that happens.
I mean,
Mm,
it's
we've
not.
got a
Oh
few
my god!
moments left in this.
I just found her baby picture. Nope, that is not. That is not your child. My bad. I'm gonna type in the year she was born. See if her birth announcement comes up in the
Yeah, none of those are my child.
newspaper. Yeah. Yeah, she's not coming up, which is good.
No, she shouldn't come up. Everything that I'm seeing is definitely not her. So but that's good. Yep. Oh, the last thing on this page was slightly disturbing. I'm gonna go ahead and just get off of the search. Um, yeah, so that's gonna be the end of this podcast. So if you come across any random or weird things when Googling yourselves, we'd love to hear about it. So please leave that in the comment section below. And as always, if you would like for us to have you fill this ending part of the podcast and be someone that sponsors us, you can always reach out to us on our social medias or reach out directly to me at librasgold@gmail.com. We thank you again for listening, and we are going to continue to push the narrative of who asked.